Ready? You know what? You could welcome us back because you were not on the last episode.
But I think there'll be other episodes before this one that come out.
Oh.
Right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
So it'll be a little bit missed, but I'll still welcome us. Hey, guys. Welcome back to Separate Bedrooms. We have a very special episode for you today. We say that every single time. It means nothing now. But we're cooking a little different today. Mm-hmm. We were inspired.
We're standing on the shoulders of giants.
We're standing on the shoulders of giants is the perfect way to put it. So instead of cooking something, I guess, like homemade and from scratch, we're remixing a Chick-fil-A sandwich into a chicken parm. So we went to Chick-fil-A, we got 6 sandwiches. The bread is in a bag that I keep eating out of. I'm just like slowly eating all the buns. Patties are on the pan and ready to go. And then you take it from here.
We are standing on the shoulders of homophobic giants here. Chick-fil-A, this is their work.
Oh.
You know, they don't like gays, they don't like Sunday. We are standing on their shoulders. We're going to remix their stuff. This is the Pride pasta. Chicken parm pride pasta is what we're making here. Using
CPP.
Yeah, we're going to take these hateful Chick-fil-A fillets and flip them into something beautiful and more inclusive and kind and loving of all people. But I do love Chick-fil-A, and we were at a barbecue yesterday, and a guy was like, yo, how do you like to marinate your chicken before you fry it or you do something Italian with it, right? He was saying, oh, I do a little olive oil, garlic, and a little lemon, which I thought was great. Very nice way if you want to marinate your chicken in 30 minutes in acid like that. And I was like, look, I'm gonna tell you my flex. What I do with chicken is I will use either pickle juice or pickled pepper juice to marinate the chicken, and kind of like, it just gives your chicken like Botox. It tightens it up, it makes it a little bouncier. And also just the flavor of the pickling vinegar just sits in it, and it's delicious. And he goes, bro, that makes sense. That's like Chick-fil-A chicken. I'm like, yeah, I do really feel the secret to Chick-fil-A chicken is they're using some type of pickle juice or some type of vinegar to brine this chicken. Also, if you taste Chick-fil-A sauce and then you look at the label, it's got apple cider vinegar, it's got other vinegar in there, and it tastes like it has pickle juice in here. So I think what's underneath everything at Chick-fil-A besides hate is pickle juice, and that makes delicious chicken. And so
I heard that pickle juice erases hate.
Really?
No.
Are you pro Chick-fil-A?
No, I'm not at all.
I'm not really pro Chick-fil-A. I'd be fucking with it sometimes. I can't even front, but like politically, I do not fuck with them. But I do like the chicken, and I'm kind of one of those now where I'm just like, look, sometimes if I'm near you and you got that fire chicken, I'm gonna eat the chicken. I don't, I don't know. It's just personal choice. Maybe it's a bad choice, whatever. I eat Chick-fil-A maybe twice a year. Mm-hmm. Okay. This dude's name was Alex at our friend Emil's barbecue. Emil threw a wonderful 4th of July barbecue. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Emil. As I go through this, I'm going to tell you what I'm doing so then we can just talk the news and not interrupt. We're doing 2 flavors here. One is with Chick-fil-A sauce. So we're going to do a Chick-fil-A parm. And I chopped up here some hot cherry peppers with the juice. And I also fried up onions and garlic, buttered them with pasta. So that will be the pasta. Here we go. Gonna start this off. A nice spoonful here of the cherry peppers. This is the base. I'm gonna let this kind of like go for a second. You notice there's no butter or oil in there. I'm gonna just like let that acid cook and do its thing. And as soon as it kind of like gets a nice little sear, I'm gonna come with the Chick-fil-A sauce very quickly. All right? Don't mind me. What's with the news?
All right, let's get into it.
Yeah, let's get into the news.
I think we should open up with one of my favorite stories that has happened this week. Adam, 22, and his wife, Lena, who they do like OnlyFans together. I think they have an OnlyFans together. They both are in the porn world. Lena did her first solo scene with a guy named Jason Love, who apparently, I've never seen it, has a really big Johnson.
Big dick style, dude. Big dick style.
He has
Big Willie style.
He has that Mandingo.
Yep.
And the whole internet is losing their minds and basically laughing at Adam 22 because he got cucked.
Also, shout out the best meme account. We might have shouted it out last episode.
I think we did.
Shout it again? Okay, we shouted it out already. Grand Wizard. The best.
It really is the best Instagram account.
Yep.
But yeah, so that happened. The internet's losing its mind. We were trying to do some quick maths. So I have her OnlyFans up, and
I'm gonna just mention quickly, babe. I seared the peppers, mixed it with Chick-fil-A sauce, mixed the pasta in, and now you see that's it.
He can't even hear what's happening. He doesn't even understand the concept of OnlyFans. It's amazing.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, basically, they're gonna make bread off this, which is like good for them, you know?
Yo, I've been seeing.
Would you let, like, take me out of it? Say I'm not your wife. Like, we have to be different for a second. I'm not your wife, but you have a wife. Her name is like, I don't know.
Elizabeth 37?
Yes, Elizabeth 37. And what does that mean?
I don't know. Just her name. I mean, his name's Adam 22.
Oh, okay.
So
your wife, Elizabeth 37, you guys do porn. You're both in the industry. This is regular shit for you.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, I'm going to do a solo scene with this guy with the biggest dick ever. And I mean, it's going to be very public. Like, you're going to promote it together on the internet, and you're going to talk about it, and you're probably going to see it. Like, you're probably going to have to sit through the editing process together.
I'm probably not participating. Straight up and down, it's one of those things where I'm just like, look, if you did it already, if you've been doing that, and I step into your life, cool. I'm good.
That's not how this situation is, though.
This dude, Adam 22, he's different. Also, there's a lot of funny news coming out of No Jumper, right? Julius, what was homie who, like, they blew his spot up for, like, being into, I guess, what's the proper term for somebody that's
trans women.
Trans women. He was into trans women, right? Julius, which one was that?
I think his name is Housephone.
Housephone got his spot blown. They're doing crazy shit on No Jumper. No Jumper is single-handedly just carrying the internet right now.
Well, I mean,
but I'm gonna answer the question.
Okay.
The question is, would I be cool with it if somebody?
No, it's not would you be cool with it, but like, how would you feel? Like, would you, like, for me personally, that shit would keep me up at night. Like, I would feel sick to my stomach if I knew that there was, like, I don't know, the person that I love.
Like, exactly this scenario. I don't think I would ever find myself in this scenario. If I did, it would be a real problem.
Yeah, but this is hypothetical. We're playing fun hypothetical games. Like, how do you, like, mentally, your mental game has to be so strong. And honestly,
or you so weak, or you super weak.
No, I don't think so. I think that everyone's clowning him and being like, you got cucked. At the end of the day, I think they probably have one of the strongest relationships and one of the best relationships. Because they do this shit and they're like, they have a kid, they have a whole business together, like, they're killing it. I feel like their relationship, like, your foundation has to be unbreakable, unshakable.
Or it's a business foundation. Like, I know a lot, especially in LA, you meet a lot of couples out here where it's like, look, this relationship is conducive to business.
But that's you know a lot of relationships in general.
Yeah. Treat it like a business.
A lot of
no
people
shade.
do that. It's like, okay, at the end of the day, we're doing this shit together. Let's do it the most efficient, best way we can.
They doing it big dick style.
They are.
For me, I wouldn't be a party to this. I wouldn't be cool with that.
No,
maybe I'm not that strong, you know?
I'm not that strong. Like, I was not.
Yeah.
God did not make me one of his strongest soldiers. Like, I can't.
Yeah.
I would literally lose my mind.
Yeah. Fuck.
I just like love you so much. I feel like even if you were to be like, hey, I'm gonna like act in this movie and I have to like be in love with this woman, I
took myself out of a movie because I was just like, let's not do that. You know? Yeah. Like, there's not a part of me that needs to do shit like that. Yeah. And then if you needed to, I'd just be like, we might not need to be together. You know, like it would just be
break up with me if I was like, I just got this role in like The Notebook 2.
Oh, okay, Notebook 2, cool. OnlyFans.
And it's me and Benicio del Toro. And we're gonna make love on screen.
Nah, chill.
And we're gonna have to go away to this like retreat in Ojai to
Benicio
bond.
del Toro out here, bitch. She's like specifically, nah. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Straight up and down. Listen, I love that you have like a different vision of what Adam 22 is doing here, but it's a full nah.
Okay,
like,
whatever.
Like Indecent Proposal, nah.
I think their relationship is strong. I'm gonna take the opposite take that everyone else is giving, that he's getting cucked and like making fun of him, and I'm like, he got a real bitch.
I like that you the ops on this.
They're breaking bread together.
Yeah.
Their relationship is strong. You know, they're providing a nice life for their child via cleaning the fuck up from this video. Like, they're gonna cash out because everyone's talking about it. It's at the point
they are talking about it, and it has jumped as, you know what?
Should I watch it? You know what I mean? Like,
I'm like, this is a simple.
I pay for it?
I think this, when you ask it, like, how would you feel, is very simple to me. Nah, it's a no. It's either we're breaking up or somebody's dead, right?
Yeah.
It's we're breaking up amicably, and then you go do it, or you do it and it's OJ. Like, that's really what's going down.
Damn.
This situation, I've been seeing this though,
yeah.
And his shorty looks like a tree stump. So I do think they're maximizing her talent here. They're like, how do we attack it with the level of talent that this woman has? She has the talent level physically is tree stump.
I've seen some of her Twitter videos. She has a lot of talent sucking dick.
Word? I haven't seen that. I haven't seen it. Never had my dick sucked by a tree stump. But
okay,
like,
I'm not saying
is that fucked up? Am I being fucked up?
No, I'm just saying I think she's talented. I've seen some Twitter clips. Like, I didn't go looking for it, but it was like there, and I was like, I'm gonna look at it, and I was like impressed.
I didn't do butter with the Chick-fil-A sauce. I'm gonna do butter with the cherry. And look, I got some blended bread and butter pickle. Boom, because I'm gonna do the Parmesan with a little nod to Chick-fil-A and their pickle shit.
We love that.
So, what I was gonna say is, I do think on the business tip, they're fully maximizing her talent, Adam 22's talent. Otherwise,
Jason Love's talent.
Yeah, no one's checking for these dudes and ladies, men. Nobody's checking for them. But
I think you're wrong. I think a lot of people are checking for them. They're like well known in porn. In the OnlyFans industry, and she's like one of the top creators.
Really?
They collab with like some of the biggest names.
Bro, because
she has a podcast where she literally exclusively brings on other women that are in the industry, OnlyFans or porn. I don't know if they're synonymous anymore. I don't know if they're different, but yeah, they're like really, really well known, really like big figures in that industry, and they've platformed a lot of sex workers.
Yo, look, if I've offended anyone, if I got the wrong take, I'm gonna apologize. I'm not aware. I just see
taste, but I'm just saying they are like, people are checking for them.
Yeah. I mean, she's giving, for me, I look and she's giving tree stump. I see it on the memes. I'm not really interested. I haven't even checked for the video.
You heard
usually if it's a hot video.
Eddie Wong likes a big bitch.
Yeah, I like a big bitch.
Tall bitch.
I got like, I'm trying to climb that tree.
Weeping willow.
I'm not trying to just like conquistador the stump and just number one it. You know what I'm saying? But
okay, moving on.
There is shit you could do with a stump. You know, put the foot up.
Oh my God.
Just put the one up, you know. But nah, I haven't even clicked on the video. I haven't even clicked on. If it was really flaw, I'd be running upstairs and
you have to pay for it. You have to it's behind a paywall.
That's why I haven't clicked on the shit.
Whatever. Who do you think brought the cocaine to the White House, though? I think it's Hunter Biden.
I think it's Joe Biden's cabinet trying to keep him awake during like the fucking budget ceiling negotiations. I actually think this is like part of his like regimen. They probably don't have another supplement that can do what cocaine does for our country.
Adderall? It's like the same thing. I mean, I feel like they're probably feeding him some Vyvanse.
But I feel like this, with Coke and Adderall, like there's definitely there's a level up from Adderall to Coke.
I mean, you could snort Adderall.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much the same shit.
You know, people may have partaken, but I have a question for you is like, maybe at Joe Biden's big age, maybe cocaine it's just got that little extra that our country needs right now.
I'm more interested. I want them to test the cocaine, and I want to have access to like the lab report to see how pure it is.
Oh yeah.
Like I want to
know if he got that fucking off the rock shit.
For me too. I want to know if he has that like narco coke or that like really good pure shit. Or just whoever's it is. Like whoever it is, if you're in the White House, I want to know what kind of coke you're doing.
Yeah, I want to know like is this CIA shit?
But the best
Sab's hot honey. Oh.
The best like conclusion to this story would be that it's like Lee Daniels.
Oh my God! Stop. Lee Daniels is the director. He wasn't Forrest Whitaker in the film. The film is Forrest Whitaker's character in Lee Daniels' The Butler, which I fucking love.
Anyways, whatever.
I love that film.
I'm gonna tell everyone the story. So Eddie really wanted me to watch Lee Daniels' Butler. He was like, "This movie is incredible. It's like one of the greatest movies ever." And I'm like, "Okay, fine, we'll watch it."
It's a very Confucian American film. Like, do your time.
It's good for sure, but I have ADHD. I should probably be doing whatever they're doing at the White House. Like I should be snorting Vyvanse. So I was having like so much trouble watching this movie. I was like really distracted.
She needed cocaine.
I couldn't get through it. And I don't know, it just became a running joke that like whenever we do something for each other in the house,
it's Lee Daniels.
Like he'll be like, "Oh, I'm Leeing for you."
Because we can't remember the butler's name.
We can't remember the butler's name, so we just say like, "Oh, I'm Lee Daniels right now." Like take out the trash. Like, "Oh, I'm gonna go Lee."
I'll be behind her like I'm about to Lee.
Yeah. He'll like, he'll be providing a service to me in the bedroom, and he'll be like, "I'm about to Lee Daniels."
Yeah.
But yeah, so. I mean, we could probably chalk it up to it's Hunter Biden. So probably release a video of him doing said cocaine.
For the Democratic Party's sake, I hope it's Joe Biden's and he's like, "Yo, I've reversed the wrongs of my anti-drug ways in the 90s. Like, this motherfucker Joe Biden passed the Rave Act and just fucked up the whole rave game. So maybe he's had a change of heart at his big age and matured and realized that drugs have a place in adult lives. Not children, but adult lives. Used in conjunction with a healthy diet.
Recreational drug use while tested to make sure your shit is safe.
No fentanyl.
I don't see a problem in that.
I don't. Yo, I'm going to show you this. All right, so we got the Chick-fil-A chicken parm. We got the red sauce chicken parm. This shit is about to go in. We're about to bake the shits. All right.
Damn.
And while they bake, we do more news. We do more fucking news.
You know who else has really turned a new leaf?
Who?
Mel Gibson.
Oh, really? Coincidentally, Moonshadows has closed. The site where Mel Gibson just lost his shit.
This is better
on
news.
The Jewish community.
Moonshadows is closed?
Yeah, they announced it was closing like months ago.
Why didn't I know this?
We were probably beefing the day it happened, and
open.
I didn't tell you.
I just
really?
It, and it says open.
Somebody told me
closes at 10 p.m.
Damn, fake news. My bad.
Okay,
fake
whatever.
News.
Moonshadows is where something did happen, like very fun with Mel Gibson.
Okay, but what's up with Mel?
Okay,
he's
so
back?
Basically, he's not back, but he is tied into this project that he's doing called The Sound of Freedom.
Oof.
Which is like a documentary or a movie of some sort about child sex trafficking. And he's going so hard for the cause. Like he's like the #1 advocate of anti-child sex trafficking now.
It's an interesting strategy for Mel Gibson.
It's an interesting pivot from leaving anti-Semitic voicemails to like, I'm going to end child sex trafficking single-handedly. This is my mission.
That's interesting. His PR must have like done the calculation and been like, the advocacy group that does not intersect with the like protect Jewish people Venn diagram is the end children's sex trafficking. And like maybe he's going in that direction.
Let us not forget Passion of the Christ though, because this article by Variety, we are reminded that the movie has a Christian undercurrent that occasionally becomes an overcurrent. As when Ballard explains why he's fixated on the crime of trafficking, because God's children are not for sale.
Wow. What about, is everyone God's children or just the ones that believe?
Well, this movie has been heavily marketed on right-wing media, like Ben Shapiro's Daily Wire. And
hell
one of the
yeah.
grand subtexts of all this is taking on the issue of the horrific criminals who kidnap and traffic children.
You smell that?
That was
This
so
smells
fast.
like a Chick-fil-A fucking pasta.
Oh, wow, this is kind of incredible.
This is
like
next level. This is next level. Pow.
Pow, bitch.
I used to love Mel Gibson, but honestly, after that Moonshadow shit, that shit is crazy, man. That shit is really crazy.
There's a lot of shit that's like very weird. I mean, I remember I went to a Catholic school growing up, like private Catholic school, and they made us watch Passion of the Christ when we were in like 5th grade.
Same.
I was like, this is horrific.
It wasn't Catholic, but our school also made us watch it, and it was terrible.
That should be illegal. Like, I don't know why they're banning books. Like, showing children that movie is not.
What year did Passion of the Christ come out?
I
feel like I was in high school.
Okay, Passion of the Christ came out in 2004.
Oh.
That makes sense because I literally watched it in
college.
5th grade.
I saw. Yeah, it was not in high school. It was in college.
Yeah. I was in the 4th grade.
Yeah.
So
I definitely remember watching that shit. That shit was wild.
Yeah, it's not a movie. Like, college-aged kids, that's fine. But I was, like, going home to play with a Polly Pocket, and I was like, I don't need that shit in my brain.
I only lasted, like, 30 minutes into that thing. Oh, Luke is here. Perfect timing.
Our guest
What
is
up?
here.
These guys are real
My guy's here. Yeah, very
They just
quiet.
let you
dark
walk
dogs.
right in. They didn't even care.
Yeah. They're trained not to
there we
bite
go.
white people.
See? He got
What
you
up?
now.
Welcome. Yo, look at this fucking dish we're about to serve you. This is a Chick-fil-A parm. I took Chick-fil-A and made it into a fucking pasta. You smell this?
This is great.
All right, word. Let's take off your shoes and eat.
Good news.
All right, we'll get him mic'd up. Yo, end of the cooking segment. Stay for the conversation. I feel like we just make it one episode, Julius. I'm hype you here, bro. We need
let's
more.
go, baby.
We just need more psychos on the pod.
Gotta have crazy people.
Our first 3 months was like, sane, business-minded folks. Now it's like, yo, let's get the real homies on here. Let's get the people we be
that real
chilling
shit,
with.
you know?
This is fucking great. We watched all your fights last
We
night.
did. We were like laying in bed YouTubing.
Watch you
fights.
fight, and I fight the pussy. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Babe, check out this roundhouse kick.
Did you watch
Kind of
my
creeped out. Like, are we telling him we watched him as porn or something?
Yeah, I told him.
We're like,
should have watched my Millionaire Matchmaker.
We have a fucking champ in 2 organizations here. Strikeforce champ, UFC champ, a champ in my mind, in my life. Luke Rockhold, my guy, fucking in the building.
And the champ himself putting together a Chick-fil-A extravaganza.
Let's go, bro. Let's go.
do we
Let's
have
dig
here?
into this. Let's dig into this. Here, I'm gonna serve you. Actually, I'm gonna use this. This is Chick-fil-A sauce with pasta baked in the pan
That's insane.
for you, babe.
The Chick-fil-A sauce is just so universal.
It really is.
Babe, I will share some of this with you and save
let's
that
save
for
one
Julius
for-
because I feel like that's rare for the. Oh, sorry.
No, it's
A little
okay.
something for the
God,
baby.
It's okay.
I'm so sorry.
You're good.
You gotta feed the baby.
We do feed
There's
the
some
baby.
good Chick-fil-A sauce there.
We can share this, so.
Damn. That Chick-fil-A sauce is nice on your pants.
Yeah,
Delish.
you know.
And then this
Oh,
is
man.
the parm joint.
Oh man.
Wow.
Oh,
That's kind of crazy. Chick-fil-A pasta.
yeah. Let's
Chick-fil-A on
talk
crack.
about it. Let's talk about this. Can I try some of this?
Please.
Thank you, babe.
All right, so we were just telling Luke, we were watching your fights last night
In bed.
in bed. It was
Yeah.
very sensual.
How to get you guys going?
Oh
It
yeah.
was really amazing.
I didn't even
Thank you
do
so
Climax with the Paulo Costa fight? Just like bloody kisses?
No, the Weidman one. Weidman.
That was sexy.
Exactly.
much. Highlights were on, you know.
I showed her the whole arc of your career from just being a dominant grappler to then developing the kicking game and the striking game.
Yeah, you kick crazy. You were like, just fucking people up.
That's kicking. There's nothing better than kicking somebody in the head.
It's good.
It's wild.
It's,
The only thing better is kicking somebody in the liver.
It's-
It's just like you
Liver
just.
shot, yeah.
yeah. I mean, I watch you train at the gym and like my philosophy was always like, if I'm close to Luke, I'm training the same amount of time. Maybe I will look the same, but it did not work. But I love when you roll up in the gym and you just start kicking every bag. You know, like you come with the
in the boxing gym,
yeah, and you just kick the whole row of fucking bags. I'm like, all right, Luke is here. But no, we watched
nothing
all
better
the
than
fights.
walking in.
The bare-knuckle shit was crazy. I was surprised you went there. Yo, let me ask you how you feel about the bare-knuckle shit, right? Because your shit is like kicking, right? How did the bare-knuckle shit feel?
Well,
And we don't have to talk about it if you don't want to.
no, I don't mind it at all. The bare knuckle came out. I mean, I wanted something different. Obviously, like I felt like I'd done it all in UFC, and like things were like just not where I wanted to be. You know, dealing with Dana not liking me. It was just like it was a lot to fight against just to get to where I wanted to be. And my legs had taken so much damage. I wanted to get off and I wanted to do some boxing matches and beat up some of these like influencer kids that thought they could fight.
Yeah.
You know, and I was in talks with some good things, and there some people just having some fun fights. And Mike Perry got a little scared I was gonna take his Jake Paul fight, so he called me out, and then Bare Knuckle reached out to me and threw me quite the offer.
Yeah.
I was like, I mean, it's a championship level offer.
Yeah, did they announce the number on it? That was a good number.
It was a big number, yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
we knew the number is around the gym. We know in the gym the number.
The numbers were nice, and the numbers got even better. Some weird shit happened in that fight. They were, they actually like
They threw more.
we had a rehydration clause,
Oh.
and but it was from 186 because they were scared I would be too big for Mike,
Yeah.
and they started like because they wanted Mike. Mike's their perfect bare knuckle fighter, and they wanted him. And so so it was 10% of the contracted weight. So I was like, it was like 203.5 is what they wanted me to weigh, but really it was from 186, so it would be 204.5. But they like made up this elaborate lie that everyone had done it, and they've been practicing this like ongoing like research on weight rehydration and it was kind of in the contract, but then they're trying to get me down to the lower contract and trying to get me to drive across town in the middle of the day, but the day before, like the day of the fight, to meet the weigh-in weight. They're like, it's crazy. I was like, I caught him in this crazy lie. Yeah. I went on. I started calling like Jad Mendez. I started calling all these people and like just figuring it out. And I had like, fuck, you guys are motherfucking like they're conniving and playing against me.
Yeah, giving you the runaround.
I was like, I was at the press conference and I'm like, fuck you, motherfucker. I'm not going up on stage. Pay me right now. I was like, I want in the fucking 50 grand. And he's like, fuck, don't fuck it. It was like really fucking shady like business going on. And like he finally like.
Fight game shit.
Yeah, fight game shit. And just because they knew I was only in there, I was kind of there to do my thing, just test it out.
Yeah.
Not for the long run. Bare knuckle, I ain't gonna make a fucking career on bare knuckle.
Yeah, no, I felt like when you were rolling in there, because I'd heard about it through the gym and everything, I was like, oh, this is a walk in the fucking park. Luke's big chilling.
Yeah.
You know? And I think you kind of went in there having fun. Like,
I did, you know, it's like, but it's kind of different too, because I'm walking in, I'm taking away my kicks, I'm taking away my grappling, I'm fighting a little psychopath in Mike Perry. I like my chances in the fight. In a boxing match, I think it would be a lot different, but like in that it's such a street game. Yeah. And it's there's not like a lot of technique to, I mean, there's technique to it, but there's a lucky variables and everything. You kind of put your head down and just, guys that go in there just smashing, and like, it's not the clean punches that hurt you, that cut you, and like really get you. It's like, because you hit here, you hit here, but when you hit here, that's the shit
because it was the jab. He got you with
that's the shit
jab.
that cuts you. That's the shit that cuts you.
Yeah.
It was I hit him with an uppercut. I hit him with an uppercut in the second round. Yeah. And then he took it. Take shots like crazy.
I thought
then he rolled through
Yes.
with the right hand. And it hit me right there. I was like, oh. I was like, what the fuck was that? And so he chipped my veneer. I had like an old surfing accident, a half veneer. Yeah. He chipped it halfway off, and then the other front tooth had been in. He hit me perfectly, the big knuckle on my front two teeth. And so my two front teeth were like kind of folding, like missing one and folding in on the other, and like I couldn't bite down on my mouthpiece, and I was like, this is fucked.
See, I thought the jab end of the first round might have hurt. Did that one hurt at all? The jab near the end?
I mean, it got me, I got a little cocky, and I wanted to fucking try to put him away. Yeah. And he caught me with the jab.
little jab,
Yeah,
the little hand.
It was just, but it was like I ran into it. You know,
Yeah.
I put myself into it. Got a little ahead of myself. I was like, I rocked him so early on in the fight. I was like, oh, sorry, I'm gonna get this thing down. I was like, come on.
It was. Yeah, it's fucking hard for me watching your fights because we homies. But after a couple weeks, I'll watch them over and over and just be like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
You know? But like, I saw you were in another league now in the pit.
Oh, yeah.
You were talking about doing that. What's that league?
It was karate combat.
Okay.
Karate combat's like full contact karate. These Wall Street guys started this league a while back, and I went to their first event. Actually, it was down in Miami, and they put it like on the docks, and they put containers around it, and it was like rolled up in Rolls Royces, and the karate guys get out.
It's cool.
Pretty cool event. All black ties and stuff, but they're doing unique events.
Yeah.
I just went out there, do some commentary with them, and check it out, see what it's all like. They're kind of trying to, entice me with a little fight, bring back the kicks,
Yeah.
Well, some I want to do iconic things,
Yeah, for sure.
I'm at a stage in my life where it's like the bare-knuckle thing was different.
I didn't
it was changing
like
the game.
bare-knuckle for you. Like me and Pedro, we didn't like it because it wasn't your strength is grappling kicks. You're an ill fucking puncher, but you have skill.
Yeah.
And bare-knuckle, dude, they have a lot of skill, but I think the biggest skill in bare-knuckle is literally just like, can you eat shit? Is your face shaped in
And
a
you
way?
have to have you have to like get dirty. You have to get a beard.
Yeah.
I was like, I had a beard going, and I was like,
Yeah.
fuck this shit. I don't need a beard. I'm gonna beat this motherfucker.
Wait,
I shaved it off.
Yeah, bro. I was like, what?
Hey, goddamn.
You just weren't worried.
I was respectful of Mike. I knew what he brought, but I didn't. The variable I didn't take was a tooth.
Yeah.
Anything else, broken hands, fucking cuts. I was like, I'm gonna get through it. But fuck tooth. I was like, fuck this shit.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not losing my grill for this.
Yeah.
You cast a check.
Yeah,
That's
but
good.
So crazy.
cashed a big check.
Yeah.
A lot more than Mike Perry.
She was asking me too. Yeah, a lot more.
Little I don't care what he says.
Little hands, little
check. He's like, no, I'm getting paid more. I'm like, promise you, I'm the highest paid fighter in the history of the goddamn.
Yeah. Also, the thing is with the fight game that I do like is even if the other guy wins, it's just like you're my guy, so I'm still gonna talk shit forever, But you were asking me too, babe, like the comparison. She was like, yo, I always thought boxing was like elite and stuff, but like all these other fight games are catching up. And then we were looking at the pit, and like I kind of like that the fight game is the wild, wild west now. Like there's so many different types of fighting to watch.
Which is exactly why I wanted the release, and I asked Hunter Campbell to grant me that.
Yeah.
And
Release from UFC.
release and just do cool, fun things, iconic things while I can still operate with these limbs,
Yeah.
Well, because it feels like there's so many places to go. Like there's so many new leagues opening up, and people are interested in them too.
People are, yeah.
Because there's stuff that I had never heard of. Like this was the first time that I was introduced to bare-knuckle. I just didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
But and I'm not super well versed in the fight community and like what's going on. But it's really cool to see that it's not so gate kept. It's just kind of like you get a shot. If you're willing to eat shit, you get a shot.
She was asking me what the appeal.
I don't want to eat shit, but
Yeah.
I'm willing
younger
to.
kids coming up. Like it feels like for a kid now who's maybe like, 14, 15, like they can be like, okay, this is a real career for me. Like I'm willing to do this.
Yeah.
And I can,
Yeah.
I still feel like I can compete at the top of any place, but I do like the opportunities with like Karate Combat. They want to do their first show in Vegas, and they wanted me to potentially fight Machida.
Oh.
Whoa.
Which is the karate guy. The first person, the GOAT of karate, really prove it in the UFC. I kind of proved he was wrong in our fight.
Yeah.
I don't know if you watched that one.
No, I'm really that's the shit I'm interested in seeing, like karate dudes, or like you fighting a kung fu dude.
So get this, they were like, me and Machida, they want to do their first event in Vegas, and I was like, fuck, that could be a cool option. Whenever we get our numbers right, get the bag right, and everything, incentives. But then I was out there doing the commentary with them and like assessing it, and the owner was like, I want to do it on the beach in Brazil. I've talked to the city of Rio, and like they potentially shut it down. I'm like, are you kidding me? I can't get out of my head. I'm like,
That's
fuck,
fire.
fuck Vegas, fuck Vegas. Hey,
would
they
have
said
to
That's
go.
an Enter the Dragon
They
shit.
enter the
Yeah.
dragon on the beach, the pit on the beach. Like, there'd be hundreds of thousands of people
I
out
would
there in
go.
Rio.
I was like,
That would be like, that's the
I would
kind of
love
shit I want to do. You
Because
know, it's like,
I was
I
ready
have
to
this
roll.
time to be able to do that. I'm like,
Yeah, I was ready to roll with you when you were gonna fight Strickland in New York. Like that was
Bro.
the one, man.
I still want to. I want to
Yeah.
come back just to beat that motherfucker's ass. Damn.
Yeah, I would love to see that. I would love to. The Pedro Costa fight was fire though.
Yeah,
He
Paulo.
went
Yeah.
out crazy. Paulo
yeah.
Costa.
It was
Yeah.
it could have been better, but
Yeah.
shit happens. I
Yeah.
broke my nose in the first exchange.
Yeah, that was your last two fights have been barbaric.
It's two great losses.
Yeah. But
And I still get paid more every time after I lose.
well, because you
That's when you
always
know
put
you're
on
doing
a
well.
show. Like like whatever we watch with you, it's either you're gonna win in an explosive way or you're gonna go Wolf of Wall Street. You know? It's gonna be crazy either way.
Boofers.
Yeah. Yeah, man. What else you been up to? Are you still modeling for Polo?
No modeling. They offered me some things, but I didn't really like the way that when things went down.
Yeah.
Originally, when we pieced out,
Yeah.
I kind of designed a lot with them, and then they threw me like a little modeling, like an underwear contract they wanted to do before Paulo, and I said, no, fuck yeah. But I got my hands in on a few different companies I'm working on, and body and dabbling. I got some good stuff in the weed game. I'm not gonna mess with it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like the modern gold rush. You got to get in there.
Yeah, yeah.
Do your thing a little bit.
We were talking about this dude Adam22 and his girl on OnlyFans. I was like, yo, Luke should take his fight game to the bedroom. The only OnlyFans.
I'd make a lot of money.
You know how they got them OnlyFans? Like they got like the porn parodies in the octagon. Like maybe you do
Wait,
it for
that's a
real.
thing? I've never seen that.
Yeah, it's like they pretend to be doing UFC and then
they
it's
just start fucking?
they just start fucking. I don't watch.
Yeah.
I just heard. I get the.
That's
I
so
get.
Seriously.
I'm
interesting.
on, yeah.
I've
Weird.
never, not my genre.
Yeah.
It's not my.
Yeah, not my genre.
Yeah,
No.
it's not my style.
Hey, I don't know what you're
I mean,
talking
after you're, yeah.
So OnlyFans did a documentary on me, like the whole build-up.
What
and
On you?
Post for that fight.
is it out?
You know, my sponsors were 11 and OnlyFans
Yeah,
were
no, when you
God,
came
yeah,
out with
no,
the
we
11
saw
hat,
that.
hard, bro.
Wait, so did it drop like on OnlyFans? They were like, you
It's
can,
a bit,
like,
it'll drop here
subscribe.
shortly. They're going to
I was kind of hoping you came out with the
That's
Tootsies hat on. You know,
Tootsies
The Tootsies hat is fucking dope.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Tootsies
rep
have got a special place in my heart. You know?
Yeah.
Anytime
Yeah.
a Costco gets turned into a strip club, it's a there's a lot of options. It's a crazy
yeah,
thing.
it is the Kirkland of strip club.
It is the Kirkland.
Yeah,
Oh.
11 is like Bristol Farms, Erewhon.
Yeah.
You know, that's
Yeah.
finer establishment.
More gentlemen's club.
More
And
gentlemen's.
Tootsies is like,
Yeah.
they're showing all.
yeah.
You know?
You're showing all. Heard about it. Never been in there.
Yeah.
Everyone's been.
I'd say maybe like that's Erewhon, and then like Gold Rush is like that's like Bristol Farms. you know?
Yeah.
And then you know Tootsies. That's
The Ralphs.
Ralph's. Doing Ralph's.
Ralph.
The rock and roll
$5
Ralphs.
chicken in there.
With
got
a
that
Starbucks inside too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get any service you would like.
But not for nothing. Ralph's got the best rotisserie chicken. Albertson's got the best fried chicken. So, you know,
Listen, I often would rather go to a Ralph's.
Erewhon's got the most expensive chicken.
yeah.
Yeah,
And it's
dry.
like
Yeah.
you only get a little bit, maybe that, but
Yeah.
it's for
Get
a
a
good
lot.
show, you know.
Exactly. That's 11, you know, but best presentation. And like your girl, like you, I feel like if we were going to go 11, it's like a fun time.
I would rather go to Tootsie's
Same.
than 11.
Same. But I've never been.
Yeah, I would love to take you for your
I don't
first
know.
time.
Take me
it's
for my
crazy,
first time.
crazy. It's like
Take me.
I took the virtual tour a couple times, but that's
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
it. AI is so amazing.
And so did you put the
You did
VR
Oculus. You did
headset on?
Oculus.
Yeah.
Tootsies.
That's what you did with your Apple headset. You were like, let's go to Tootsie's.
I wonder if they're gonna like also see, you know, that's how you could troubleshoot AI. Because now that I think about it, with Tootsies, if you're gonna do Oculus, you need something for the olfactory senses. You know,
You need like the bleach smell for the carpet.
yeah, bleach
my
smell for the
You know?
carpet. You
Like strip
know,
clubs have like a smell.
yeah, Yeah.
And to me,
Imagine that.
it's very comforting.
Perfumed.
Yeah.
The aroma is just
Aromas
misting out of your
Each
head.
one got a like distinct
set off all the
smell.
senses.
It's
Yeah.
like very cheap perfume and bleach. And you're like,
Yeah. I remember like teenager, like 19, 18, 19, when we would go to strip clubs in Tampa, like after school, it just smelled like herbal essences. Cause that was like the hot shampoo then.
Yeah.
Everyone smelled like herbal essences, strawberry.
Oh, that was I remember Herbal Essence had its heyday back in the 90s.
That shit was the
their
original.
commercials
Byron.
were a
Early
bit like
2000s.
corny. Remember? There'd be like the girls like moaning in the commercials.
Yeah.
Like they were
Yeah.
a little
Oh,
bit,
in the shower, I do remember that actually. Yeah.
And then they just stopped. I was like, that was kind of the best shampoo commercial we had out.
All right, so which one do you guys like better, the parm or the Chick-fil-A sauce?
Oh, they're so different.
But they are different. But I mean, the Chick-fil-A sauce
Chick-fil-A's
is
kinda
This is
pretty
kind of crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
It
a
is.
different bitch, you know?
I love both of them, but that Chick-fil-A
Yeah.
pasta, I've never seen this. This is out of control.
It's
Really
new.
out of control. This
Like,
is Tootsie's.
seriously.
Well, this is like
Yeah.
it's something familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a chicken parm. If you didn't tell me that
Yeah.
was from Chick-fil-A, I'd be like,
Carbone.
yeah, it might be like Carbone.
Seriously. This might be the best pasta in LA. Sorry, Evan Funke.
Oh.
The Chick-fil-A
Evan
parm, the
Funky's
best.
been real quiet since you made this dish.
Yeah, Evan Funky been real quiet.
All right, but I have a question for you. I'm just so endlessly interested by
Have the rest of this.
UFC
I'm gonna give
fighters.
Julius a bite on camera, and then you got that because you are the guest. And then Julius, I saved you this parm. But here, take this bite, Julius.
Come on.
so fire.
Take a little bite.
I love that you gave Julius a spoon.
Oh yeah, he in here with the spoon. What you think, doggy? Mmm.
It's like Chick-fil-A.
Have you ever tasted anything like this? Oh, here.
Oh my god.
Man, we might need to sell this one.
I think this
mean-
might be your hottest recipe out.
This is my best
Chick-fil-A
recipe.
pasta. I mean, look at the chicken. Like, you see the Chick-fil-A sauce?
it
Just
would
like,
fly.
Yeah.
I,
Have the rest of that, bro. Since
I've been eating.
you've been eating.
I've
Yeah,
been
so
eating.
you're
rehydrating?
like, you're on a break right now, or like you can just eat whatever you want.
Yeah, a little break. I mean, I'm trying to like tone it back down because it was like
Yeah.
it gets a little crazy. You go into like just such a training mode and
Yeah.
strict diet, especially get to 185 pounds is
That's crazy. Right?
crazy. I look like a fucking alien.
Yo, it was wild to look at your like original videos when you were in Strikeforce, and then now you like double the muscle. I swear to God,
I was a kid, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're like you naturally put on.
it's just
more
cool,
weight.
like how much muscle you put on over the years,
Yeah.
and you still mobile and fast.
You gotta be mobile. You gotta be loose.
Yeah,
That's
But-
the key of the game.
karate on the beach, bro. That's gonna be fly.
Yeah.
You might could bring like Freaknik back with this in Brazil.
Dude, I think it's. I'm gonna try to push it. I don't know.
Yeah.
They think it might have to be Vegas, but I was like, you only get one chance at
Brazil
on the beach with Machida because you can't do it with anybody else on the beach.
Yo, you do this shit on the beach. Let me shoot the dock.
I'll be something.
We would do this.
Yeah. And then
Separate bedroom.
And then Machida was helping Mike Perry train,
Yeah,
so I can go beat his ass
yeah.
and then bring Mike Perry in and finish that.
You know,
Oh, round two bare-knuckle? Like you would like.
How about bare knuckle kickboxing?
yeah.
okay.
I stepped into your world.
Yes.
I stepped into your
He
world.
owes you
Yeah.
one.
Come on, get it.
Yeah, Mike Perry, you owe him a kickboxing match.
Let me go put Machida to sleep, and then the numbers will be right.
Because you just punching was like having an arm tied behind your back. You know what I mean? Like, that's not your full game.
I'm still good with no gloves, but
Yeah.
let me play that
You
range.
had the best punches. He does that. He does
what he does. and-
Yeah, we gotta
I thought I could
respect
put him away. I respect him. Mike's funny.
Yeah.
He's funny. He's a little dirty little motherfucker. Dude, I was hitting him with everything. He's just like,
Yeah.
bang, bang,
Yeah.
like a little fucking
Yeah.
Pez dispenser
He was
kept
just
coming.
eating shit in that fight.
His
It was
face and
crazy.
head is just like shit rolls off it. He got that pinball ball type of head, which shit just rolls off it. You know?
Bastard.
Yeah.
Yeah. You a good looking dude, like you gonna get cut up and stuff like that. You know?
I never
You need more the Mongol helmet head. You know? Because there's certain faces that punches will like graze and
So
roll
you're saying
off
there's
your face.
faces that were like made to be punchable?
Like an Eastern
And then-
European dude usually cuts more. it's more angular face and the
Okay,
brows
that
and
makes
shit like
sense,
that.
right? Like if you have like higher cheekbones or
like a flatter face, you like
you
that.
just take it.
Yeah,
the Asians just take
sponge
it.
So I was gonna say, I was like,
Hey,
are you saying like
What was
Asians
it?
can take a
What's
hit
his name
better?
from Pride? There's a guy from Pride had like an Asian dude had iconic guy had like his skull was like twice the thickness. It was like I forget what it was.
Yeah.
Is it
He had some
genetic
crazy
or
like
something?
genetic disorder. It was like it was big.
Or there's
wild.
like evolutionary shit. Like Mongolians do have different shaped heads.
Yeah, they do, right?
Yeah.
And blue birthmarks.
Yep. So.
Blue birthmarks.
Yeah.
Huh?
If your baby has like this specific blue birthmark, you have like Mongolian lineage or descent in you or something.
Yeah, Luke, you've heard about it though too, right? Like dudes that just like cut easily in certain parts of their face.
Yeah. Like the Diaz boys, they always cut very easily. I never really cut my eyes. Like you have, it's just the sharpness of, and then you built up tissue if you're taking shots.
Yeah.
Well,
especially it's like a buildup over time. I never really took a lot of shots.
Yeah.
And I was always pretty a clean fighter who used the kicks to play the distance and I can massage my way around the fight. But then like those guys that just like they get in the pocket and they're just like nah.
He was throwing bombs like Mayorga. You know how Mayorga just come in and just bomb out? But like he would have been a great bare knuckle boxer.
We'll see. What do you think about the Jake Nate fight? Who do you think's got that?
I gotta go Nate.
Yeah.
What do you think? Unless they're writing scripts. Do you know what I mean? Unless they're writing scripts.
They're not writing scripts. Nate ain't, we all know Nate ain't gonna play a script.
Yeah.
And Jake ain't gonna. he ain't gonna try to fold.
I like this. I like Nate because I feel like Nate's gonna.
I just don't know how his punches are gonna really translate with actual boxing gloves. You know what I mean? Because they're like with the smaller gloves. That kind of style is like but like he's a bigger guy.
He throws kind of like.
He's a bigger guy. Yeah. I mean, Jake's like my size.
He's a big boy.
He's not a small guy, and so it's like.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I always assumed he was
boy.
a bit smaller.
He's maybe a tiny bit smaller than me, but Nate's predominantly his career has been 155 pounds.
Yeah.
Wow.
And maybe a little 70. He's a big guy. He's a big skinny guy.
Yeah.
But we'll see how it translates. I mean, that's a bigger weight of punches. How it's gonna go. And Jake's he ain't bad.
Yeah. You're right, because Nate kind of throws punches with the snap. It's not, it's not that firm boxer's punch. It's definitely like a street fighter punch.
Yeah.
And he takes damage, but that's not really going to help you as much with the gloves on. Yeah. Jake is bigger, but like, so who you going to take in the fight?
I'm on the fence. I really don't know. I mean, Nate can adjust. And what Jake can't do is Jake can't adjust. He fights and he sees red. And he just goes off as 1-2, like this like overhand haymaker, jab, overhand. So he's never really gonna like see the fight and adjust to it. Where Nate, like if Nate doesn't get bulldozed over, I mean he's potentially could outlast him and then make the adjustments and then take the later rounds.
Yeah. How many rounds is it though? Because he doesn't usually fight.
It was 8. Now I think it's 10, right?
If it's 10, I'm really going Nate because Nate can take damage. He's adaptable. And he's been in the fight game. Nate's seen a lot. Like, I don't think you can trump the experience that he has. Because I don't think Jake is, like, physically that talented as a fighter. I think his fights have been set up very nicely for him.
They've been set up nicely, but he's also progressed. 10 rounds. That's what it says,
Shit.
So you fuck with Jake's boxing game. I mean, he has.
I don't fuck with his boxing game. I would fuck up his boxing game.
Yeah.
I guarantee in a boxing match is different.
I feel like you want Jake to win so you can get the next one, which I would love. I would love for you.
I would not hate that. I would not hate that.
Or fuck it, if Nate wins, then go fight Nate.
I would probably not want to do that. Nate's a boy of mine. I've known Nate for a long time.
Okay, so
they were both from Northern California, so but Jake would be fun.
Yeah,
I'd love to.
Where in NorCal you from?
Santa Cruz, California.
Banana slugs. We talked about that.
No.
Yeah.
That's the wrong distinction of the locals.
Yeah.
That's the worst. The worst.
And he's like, oh, you're from there.
Remember the worst mascot in the world. Have you ever seen a banana slug?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Damn.
You should make a banana slug recipe. I thought you were gonna make that.
Gross, bro. That's what Pedro's serving at the gym. Is banana slug.
Thank God they don't have like a basketball team or like any real sports teams because they're like,
the banana slugs.
Banana slugs. Remember they're all playing the fucking banana slugs.
Yeah,
oh
that's
shit.
horrid.
So good, man.
They're just disgusting creatures. I remember like mountain biking up there when I was a kid and like riding around, you just like come across these things.
Oh, they're
like,
really all over the place.
Oh, they're just like this nasty, just yellow, slimy slug.
I only seen the animated joint from the college, the mascot. But Julius, we may need to enter a banana slug image just so people is familiar with this.
I mean, you could use that as like your personal mascot for your fights.
Yeah. Luke, the banana slug, Rockhold.
They were a big fan up there.
You could just have, someone come out as a banana slug.
Luke Rockhold is already a phenomenal porn name. I'm just really pushing for the Luke Rockhold only.
Yeah.
It was a good fight name, but it's even a better porn name.
It's better.
It's just good in the entertainment industry.
I'll find that special girl, maybe.
Yeah. Rockhold. Put the 2 accents on the O. R-O with the 2 dots. Rockhold. Mm-hmm. I like that. That's a good name, man.
I can't tell you how many people. It's I've been just dabbling. They paid me to actually get on it, just to like try to be like a sport content kind of thing.
Oh, OnlyFans?
And on OnlyFans, and that does not work.
Why? Are people like leaving you comments like?
Oh, I mean, it is just they just want to push the line and push the line and push the line, and it's they want to see it all.
Mm-hmm.
They do. They want it all.
They want it all, and but hey, it was a nice deal. Just just keep teasing along. Microdose it. I took a little break. But I'm like, once the documentary hits, I'm gonna. You never know.
I do think you got
documentary without your shirt on, and then like just start microdosing. Like pieces of clothes will come off.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking about doing like a little cooking of my own on that.
Just strip cooking.
Nice. Strip cooking. Yeah.
Strip cooking. You can like edit out.
You getting a little too excited about Luke taking his clothes. Yo,
wear a little
ideas. Let me have
just wear a little ball bag.
Hey, wear a little ball. What are you fucking talking about? You can edit out below the waist with a banana slug. You know what I'm saying?
Just a trail down the leg.
Floating banana slug, and you're not really doing shit. You're not naked.
No, not
You're
at all.
just repping Santa Cruz.
You're repping Santa Cruz, bro. Your parents are going to be so proud how you rep Santa Cruz.
Yeah. We're gonna use a deep fake.
As Santa Cruzans, we're like, that's not really a part of our Santa Cruz culture.
Yeah. They're like, we actually have never seen a banana slug. We don't know what you're talking about.
This is the worst. Santa Cruz is tough anyway. Yeah.
When did you move out here from Santa Cruz?
So I was up in Santa Cruz and I moved to San Jose to be close to the gym. Yeah. And I was like, I was pretty in a tough spot. It's just, I didn't have much going on. I was kind of hopping from house to house, my manager's house, living in the gym. Good old homeless, like making it, surviving to make it kind of thing. Excuse me. And so I was there from like house to house out in San Jose. And then I got injured in my shoulder. So that's what really kind of pulled me back. And it was like 19 months on the shelf. I was wrestling with Herschel Walker.
Oh, wow.
And he like fucking stuck me on my shoulder.
Fuck.
As we were locked up. He's a big, strong guy. And I was like, I
don't want to Herschel Walker.
Herschel's my boy, yeah. And I had that, and then that shoulder injury haunted me. Like right as I was like starting to make that.
Yeah, your shoulder still always hurts you, kind of.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Elbows more these days. Tendonitis, I'll punch and bang.
I just remember Camacho was trying to warm up your shoulder and shit in the gym, but anyways, you got hurt there.
So I hurt there, and I was like 19 months on the shelf, and then but I was like, I was like 7-0 in Strikeforce, and I had all first round finishes, and then I hit my shoulder, and I was out for 19 months, and money like back then, as like in the Strikeforce Challenger Series, doesn't go that far. So I was like borrowing money from my manager. They believed in me, and I was just in the gym every day, just kicking, because I didn't have a shoulder, and like really all I did for like 19 months was just like bang, 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 bang. I'd do like 1,000 kicks a day. It was pretty wild, but just just believing it. But it was like kind of breaking me because I was like and then I re-injured it again. Training for like Matt Lindland. I was supposed to fight Matt Lindland, and I went back on the shelf. That was brutal. And then I was out for so long. All the contenders had beat themselves out, and so there's no one left to fight Jacare. And I was like, they were like, "You want to fight Jacare for the title?" And Jacare was like number 3 in the world at that time. I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'm gonna beat this motherfucker's ass." And my coaches were like, "Oh my god, I'm so nervous." Javier Mendez, they were so worried, and I was just like. I fucking see this. I'm gonna beat his ass. I'm like, I was just so dedicated and like had the longest training camp, maybe like 16 weeks, but I walked into that fight just ready to go.
Well, let me ask you this. There's because I have like ideas about it, knowing you and watching you, but as a fighter, what do you think was your characteristic that made you special? Like, there's a lot of dudes that are fit. There's a lot of dudes with great skills. But what do you think was the characteristic that like set you apart?
It was my work ethic for sure. It was my ability to be able to do diversify, you know what I mean? To be able to, I was one of the best grapplers in the world, one of the best wrestlers in the world. I was one of the best kickers in the world. And I was just a fucking dog.
I also think you're one of the cockiest people in the world.
You have to be.
And like that irrational belief in self,
I
think is very important to people who win.
Absolutely. In that space, there's nothing like that. You're all on your own. It's like, yeah. I did a lot of team sports growing up, but then there's something about like not letting your team down, letting your fans are making things that go wrong, or like I just didn't like it. I wanted all the weight on my shoulders, and I didn't want anyone else to blame but myself.
Yeah.
And watching like my dad fail in basketball, watching like my brother not reach where he should have been because he never separated himself from the pack, never left Santa Cruz, always used the vices of smoking weed and drinking in the middle of training. And like, I was like, I'm going to separate myself from everything. And I was like, I'm getting the fuck out of Santa Cruz. I'm going to live in the gym. I'm going to do everything I have to do to succeed. Because my dad was like, he played in Europe basketball, played in Italy, France, but then he played 2 summer leagues with the Warriors. And he should have been like a shoo-in, easy, but he just never worked hard enough. And you could always see that, and always using those vices and those things and those excuses. And the same thing with my brother as a surfer. He was a pretty good surfer, but he could have done so much more. As my other brother was a volleyball player, and he just never even realized it because his demons ate him up early on.
Yeah.
So I was like, I want to put everything aside and I really put myself and achieve what I need to know, what I know I can. And that's the biggest thing is really I did more than anybody else. I had talent, but I was always hungry to earn that talent. That's at a very, very young age.
Yeah.
I know, but separating myself was the mentality that really took me to where I wanted to be.
Yeah. There's a few like musicians, there's a few actors I've been around, writers. In the fight game, like you're just a very special dude to me. Like I never really talked to you about this when we in the sauna or the gym, but there is a ferocity to everything you do as soon as you come in the gym. Like there's a lot of guys that come in, they talk to everyone and they're up and they're down. You come in and it's just a ball of energy. And once you're there, everyone's like, yo, I'm gonna work fucking hard. Like you raise everyone's intensity. You talk shit to everybody. You're laughing at everyone's technique. And it's just like, you want the smoke with everybody, whether they want it with you or not. And I do think that is really special, man. Yeah. Like it's fun to be in the fucking gym with you. Even I'm like amateur, whatever, like, no aspirations. I just want to work, but when I see
no aspirations, but a bigger mouth than anybody in the gym.
Big, I got the
I love that shit. Hey.
Yeah, I got the biggest mouth. I talk the most shit, and I'll go fuck around with anyone and get dropped and be like, all right, cool. Like it's fucking fun. It's fun, but like I relate to you because, and I just love watching it because you want it with anybody. Like anybody wants it, you're ready to fucking go.
Yeah. That's fucking the life of tests. Life's about tests, If you're not, the closer you are to dying, I guess a little bit, makes me alive,
Yeah, because
I like to test myself. I like to discomfort myself. That's when you really figure out who the fuck you are. You put yourself in these places of discomfort. These tests of life.
Yeah.
Never living in your comfort zone. That's the key to the game.
For sure.
Yeah, like I always felt like going into a big moment or a big test or a big game, if I wasn't like a little bit nervous, I wasn't on. You have to be a little bit like, this is fucking scary. I need that fight or flight. I need to transform right now. I need to go fucking Super Saiyan. And I used to wonder if I was good enough for shit. Like I spent a lot of my teen years wondering if I was good enough. And around 15, 16, I was like, it's just go time. It doesn't matter if you think you're good enough. What are you gonna do? Live your life not good enough? Nah, you're gonna find a way to be better. Because there's other ways if you don't have the talent.
Exactly. Well, you got to test it. You got to put that ass on the line.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You ready for that smoke? Hey, kid, take it out.
I still gotta fight Rinta.
You gotta take Rinta.
I do, man. It was just that wifey got pregnant right around the smoker, and I was like, it's too much. But once she's pregnant, baby's out, baby's first. I want the baby to see me. I want the baby to watch me knock Rinta out. Man. I'm gonna knock Rinta back.
Not that I don't think that it would be like. I feel like you'd be fine and you do your thing.
Hey, I'll put you through training camp.
Yeah,
right?
let's go. Right. Let's go. Fuck Rinta.
Pedro's bitch ass can take Rinta.
Yeah. No. We're gonna give Rinta to Camacho. Camacho's just be in the back room of Rinta.
Camacho special.
Yeah. Summer specials are back, baby.
Oh my god.
Ed, we'll give him the country Ed. It'll be amazing. But man, thank you for how long we at? Oh no, we're good. We got time. This is amazing. Yeah. Good. Good. We still got time.
Did you know our first date was at Churchill?
Was it?
Yeah. That was our first date at Churchill.
First date was with Pedro.
And it was just like immediately
I just want a little taste.
The energy of our relationship was just like Churchill.
It seems like
I was like, this is...
No, we lost some beef.
I was like, love this place. I love where you work at.
I tried to ask her out twice. She curved me. The 2 dates I set up like nice restaurants, whatever. She was like, oh, do you mind if we rain check? And then the third time she came around, I was like, I'm going boxing. You want to box? She said, I would love to. And remember how Pedro would draw dicks on the back of all of our cars?
Wow.
I forgot about I drove to pick her up, and there's just a giant cock on the back of my fucking car.
I was like, this is cool.
Yeah.
This is cool.
I like that. It's fun.
Interesting guy, yeah. Went boxing, took her to Zanku Chicken, man.
Was there balls on it too, or what?
Yo, full balls. Yeah.
He puts hair on the balls too sometimes. He actually makes some hairy balls. Yeah.
I was in, he pulled up, and I was looking out the window, and I was like, oh. Okay.
No.
And then, yeah,
and she had a man that would keep an eye on the spot.
I thought you were hairless.
Oh, right now, usually hairless. Right now, a little Amazonian. My clippers broke.
Sometimes you keep it really fresh, and then it's just real fun.
Sometimes I show real pride too.
Hey,
it's like medieval Asian dick. But no, I think I was hairless when I picked you up because I was like, maybe this will go really well.
You were ready for anything.
I was ready for that smoke.
Ready for anything.
Ready to be tested.
I think you've been tested.
I've been tested.
No, he literally kicked me out. He was like, all right, date over. I have to go watch the Dipset
Locks versus. I took her home.
He was like, that was fun, but you gotta go.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, okay.
Had my priorities.
Yeah. You gotta go get what's that little skewer spot next to Churchill you were talking about?
Oh, Zanku Chicken.
Yeah,
I love Zanku. That's where I took her.
Dude, I used to live right on the corner there. Yeah. Oh, it's just bombing spots.
Bro.
Yeah.
I miss that little sawtail.
Fire. Oh yeah, last time when I took you to get the teriyaki wings on Sawtail, that shit was fire.
Those are pretty good. You got all the little secrets.
Bro, now that we're out of camp, all right, what do you like to... this is for after a fight. What is one of your best post-fight meals?
Yeah.
Cool. Pizza is always just the fucking...
Oh, it's always up there.
It's always it's pretty solid.
Any particular pizza or just any fucking Little Caesars?
No. I want a proper there's a place called Pizza My Heart up in the Bay Area. Fucking bomb. They put everything, garlic chunks and salami and fucking pepperoni and
okay.
Yeah.
You
it's a really, really nice kind of everything. Yeah.
Banana slugs.
Oh, pesto style. Put some roasted banana slugs.
All right, pizza one.
But Italian. Italian's a fucking bomb.
Yeah.
There's nothing really better than Italian.
Well, it's really high carb, right?
Yeah.
You're probably missing.
Chinese is better.
Chinese, dude. Chinese on Sundays. Italian on Thursdays.
Yeah. No, so Italian food, pizza. What else? What are some memorable post-fight meal? Because I've never been able to stay on a diet for as long as you do. Yeah. So I'm curious, what you do when you come off
what's the length of a camp and then the fight?
3 months?
3 months, I'd say. Yeah.
Okay.
That's
there's
a warm up. Yeah.
And
you got a warm up month, and you got 2 hard months.
Every one is different, I'm sure, depending what you're fighting, who you're fighting, how much weight you have to drop, or if it's. Do you ever
if it gets postponed or something like that.
Is that a fun situation?
Apollo Costa fight got postponed.
Oh, so you kind of had to just be I'm going to keep training.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I did one fight at 205 where I had to gain weight, and I was it just wasn't me. I was like trying to I fought Jan Blachowicz, and it was like my first fight up, and everyone was like, Luke could fight John Jones. It was like they pumped it in the end. They got me all like, I'm just gonna get fucking strong. This guy's a big motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna try to run through him and take him down and get to the easiest access to the fight.
Gal got
to a John. I got too tick. I wasn't it's not me. I'm more of like the flow, kind of like that's my style. Like,
I was gonna say, is that uncomfortable?
Kind of rhythm and flow. Yeah, it was a bit like putting on the weight and like I got a little blinded by the moment, and I was just like, I'm trying to like be the stronger guy, and rather than be the flow, which I naturally was. And I think,
flow always wins.
Flow wins.
For sure.
I'm a flow kind of guy, and like I'm strong, just as strong or stronger than anybody. Like, but you can't. That's not the mentality I have, and that with that mentality it takes your energy and it takes away your focus. So it's like, I can get to that strength where I'm stronger, but like. I'm all about the flow. The more that you be present and just let the fight come to you, that's the better I am. That's the best. That's the best I've always been. And when I force fights, that's when you have those those weaknesses, those moments where you just get caught and you get hit with shit you shouldn't be getting hit.
Yeah, like I always find it interesting in between fights when trainers and fighters are like, oh, we've been working on this part of his game or that part of his game. Yeah. But I always feel like whatever new thing you're doing, fighting an opponent as a non-fighter, I think you do all these things and you adapt to funnel the fight into your wheelhouse, right? Like, you do the different shit, but you doing it to get the guy into your fucking backyard. And once he's there, then you're just doing the shit you're good at and you feel good.
Yeah.
No, exactly. Like, kind of rope him in. Like, when I fought Weidman, it was like, all right, the one variable I didn't understand was how good of his wrestling is going to be. How strong is he going to be? I knew I was better on the ground. I knew I was better on the feet. I knew he was tough. The wrestling, like how wrestling, and then I was also on antibiotics for like 2 weeks. I had an infection in my foot, so it was like, if you ever have antibiotics, it makes you like super weak.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I'm just gonna have to get really in this state of mind with just flow. Yeah. Let this fight calm to me, breathe, relax, not waste my energy. And then I was just like, I remember at the beginning of the fight, I was just like kind of playing the distance, and he got real jippery and fucking jumped on my back and like, he got all weird. Like I expected him to wrestle me, like grab me, throw me down, but then he jumped on my back, and I was like, you're gonna jump on my back?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
He's like, I got you, bitch. I was like, bitch, I got you.
And he also
the moment he jumped on my back,
he was so eager with the round, he missed you with that kick, and then lets his back open.
Yeah, that
shit was crazy too.
That was fun.
It was interesting because he just came in with a really goofy game plan, it felt like. And
it's always a goofy game plan. He's got that weird like goofy shit that just works though. That's like he's an awkward. He was an awkward guy, but he made it work. He beat everybody back then. He beat Anderson twice, beat Machida and Vitor all at the top of the game. So I was like, but he fucking...
You got him with the ground and pound.
Somehow Herb didn't stop that fight. I don't know how.
Yeah, that was crazy. That went like an extra 90 seconds into the round after you kind of already fucked him up.
Yeah, round 4.
That looked fucking painful.
I know. I remember he hit me in the round 4. I was like, no, fuck this. I was like, I'm taking you down, dude. I was like, because it's hard when you put it all on some guy and you're like, fuck, it's done, dude. I'm like, fucking, where you at? Call the fight.
That's the funniest shit.
And then you have to get back up and do it again, and you have this guy across the ring. It's like you have this like emotional fucking build up and then let down and then back into it. You're like, ooh.
What's your concept of time in the ring? Like, is it moving slower or faster, or are you even like aware?
When it is moving slow, I mean, that's when you have those moments like that's when you're uber present. You know what I mean? If you're focused on the outcome, then you like everything becomes like a blur, you know? Yeah. If you're just absolutely present and relaxed as can be, you have those outer body moments where everything does feel like it's a slow-mo. Like, you know, you're just like, it's like I know the fights were like, I fought my first fight with Bisping. I was like, I'll bet you $100,000 I finish in the first round. Yeah. Like $100,000. We were like, it was like all on the table, and he would never take the bet. And I was like still pushing it, still like acting like it was a thing all the way up to the fight. And then I remember the fight day, I was like, you know what, fuck it. I don't have to finish this guy in the first round. Just relax. Just fucking relax. I'm better than this guy everywhere. This moment of clarity that the day of the fight, right before I go to into the stadium in the locker room, and I remember it translated perfectly, and I was so like in tune that fight. Everything was so slow mo. Everything felt like, you know, those moments, those outer body moments where you feel like you've done everything how you dreamed of. You did it.
We remember this for your fight, babe.
Yeah.
Well, no, somebody told me that. They were like, think about, because I just asking like every woman who's ever given birth. I'm like, okay, so because I'm looking at this, like I'm training for this day.
Yeah.
Like I'll like be doing cardio and shit. I'm like, this is my fight. Like I'm going to have to do it. And somebody said that to me. They were like, think about it like rounds in a boxing match, like your contractions. It's going to suck, but just like be in it and be present and then like take the break.
Yeah.
And relax. And I was like, oh, interesting. Like that's such a good
Be present. Because you think about that thing just ripping out, you're going to be fucking dying.
I think I have a sunburn.
Yeah, I got it. I got it. Yeah, I got you. I got you.
But yeah.
4th through the last sun.
Yeah. So.
No, yeah, staying present, staying in the moment. Like the flow shit is for real for anything.
This is my training camp.
Eating for 2. Right?
Training, bro.
I'm like eating Chick-fil-A pasta and like hiking, running. I'm like, I got this.
How's she been? She been good? Not too crazy on you yet?
Yo, she's like, I'm not even saying in front of the camera.
Flying yet?
Yo, first trimester, I have to say, like, as the man, I just didn't understand. I think like it takes a moment as a man to just understand like your person is gonna go through hormonal changes and they're gonna wonder about things and ask about things that your head is just not in that space.
Yeah, for
you know? And because you're like, it was like her fight had started and her body's changing and everything's going.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I'm not in camp yet. And it's like, as a man, when your girl's pregnant.
Wait, I'm never going to be in that camp.
Like, I'm not doing that fight.
You gotta be in the camp too.
Yeah.
And
100%.
it took me about like 5 weeks of the first trimester, 6 weeks to be like, okay, everything has changed here. And it is my job to literally do anything physical and like just make sure she's comfortable because this is so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I think after that 6 weeks, I've been on it, and I've been happy because it really is true. The fucking happy wife, happy life shit. Like if she's good, I'm good. Because the thing I can't figure out is if she's mad at me. Like anything else, I can.
You can't figure that out.
Yeah, but if you're,
I mean,
you got poker face on
what to do, but you know,
no,
until it's too late.
I do feel like it's just like pregnancy is a whole different.
I'm totally kidding.
Yeah, that boxing class paying off. Huh?
Yo, she be doing this shit to me in bed now.
But
so it's like that, huh?
If I don't get the coffee,
maybe you guys should do the OnlyFans.
Enter the
octagon. You
octagon.
might get canceled. I don't know.
I feel like we might get canceled. I'd be like, why are they hitting?
Or we'll just get a whole new fan base.
No, I know now we like do that shit in public sometimes. Like we'll be out to dinner and I'm like, and people are like,
I have to remember not to do it outside and just let her do it because if I do it, hey, yo, Jackie Chan over here.
Yeah, you're letting
Jackie
me take
Chan
the
about to
fall.
fuck
You're
his
like, let
wife
her
up.
get canceled, not me. Just let me take the fall for it.
So fucking
But
wild.
no, pregnancy is wild. Like I feel like it's inevitable that like your girl's gonna hate you.
Absolutely.
You know, for no reason either. Like sometimes I'm just like, if the sun isn't out and he'll be like, are you okay? And I'm like, fuck you. Like it has nothing to do with him. I'm just like, it's like rainy today and I hate you.
You're like, it's Pedro,
like,
boxing gym, Camacho time. I gotta get out of here.
No,
yeah,
but
she
it's the
sends me
best.
out. Like I started driving to the gym more, and it's good. It's far because then she gets like the whole morning or day without me in the house, and she just gets to do her thing.
Yeah, but it's also good. I feel like every guy needs to like find whatever their boxing gym is. They need it.
We need
like,
to go
just
do
go
dumb dude
talk
shit.
shit
You got
to
it,
dudes.
yeah.
I'm like, go
It's
get
nice.
like your anger and shit out. Like you guys are like, go do your weird shit in the gym.
Yeah.
Like massage each other and get in the sauna.
Yeah,
like
just
I
like
don't know.
pulling each other's pants down while
I
they're
don't know.
training.
What are you talking about? Never happened.
You guys are just like,
Everything I knew about is
let me see your
like,
dick. Drawing
So
dicks on
fucking
each other's
good.
cars. I'm like, go do that. Like I need to just chill.
Yeah, Camacho's
But,
closets where it all goes down.
hey,
Yeah.
special thing back there.
I mean, listen, all I know is I've never got massaged there. No one's ever offered to massage me. And I've been there plenty of times. And then whenever he's there, he's like, oh, I got the best massage. And I'm like, is this, what's going on? I'm like,
It's
what
only
else?
dudes getting massaged.
Yeah, I'm like, what else do you get? Like, what kind of massage are you getting?
Listen, if you ask Camacho for a massage, he will run to the room. He would.
All I know is that he
run.
comes home
both his
and
guns.
he has like new techniques. Like he'll be like, "You want me to massage you?" And I'm like, "Oh, that's new." Like you know, when you like break up with somebody and they come back and they're like doing something a little bit better, and you're like, "Where did you look?" Like, "Oh, okay," you know. I'm like,
Dr. Drew.
You weren't doing that before. And
Yeah.
I'm like, damn. I'm like, you're really getting it.
Yo, be learning from the homies in the gym. And just
no, for sure.
No, that's nice.
For sure.
I'm sure you give a good massage. So you give a nice.
Yeah, when you've had as much all the injuries in the world I've had, like the spots of what you need.
You can identify the joints. You're like, this one and this one.
For the ladies out, dudes that box probably very good at massage.
Yeah.
Or fight, even better. You know?
Fight, yeah.
There's nothing worse than like Thai massage. Oh my god! Like from kicking, from hard kicks.
Yeah.
From I love like traditional Thai massage.
Yeah, I love a Thai massage.
Yeah, because they have the lengthening, the stretching. There's nothing like that. Like it's like you always want to elongate things.
You got a good spot for that out here?
Yeah, these are the ones that have happy and then ending on
yeah.
on the window.
That's crazy. He's gonna pull up and he's gonna be like, "What are you work here?" And I'm gonna be like, "Oh my god."
Hey, you have any spots when it's that like those moments? Like, I don't know. Yeah, I've got a couple, but it's just around town. You never know which one's gonna be good.
Town,
So
yeah, there's a good one by where I used to live.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotta get it. Gotta get the good ones.
Yeah.
Thai massage is the best.
They're relatively inexpensive in LA. Like there's some good spots, and they're like pretty affordable.
I would say best medicinal massage, Dr. Drew Carey's.
Really?
Yeah,
best.
He's the best.
I gotta get you him. He's phenomenal.
Yeah.
He's got his own medicinal massage place.
Yeah, he come to you.
Yeah, he works with a lot of football players, basketball players, and then he used to come with me to Churchill, but because Churchill kind of already got their like massage person there and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And like they
already
already
got whatever you got
the back
going
room
on.
already going on. But if you actually want a medicinal massage that's like good for your body, I'll hook you up. He's the best.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dr. Drew Carey, not Dr. Drew, but Dr. Drew Carey.
Yeah, Dr. Drew Carey's.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, Dr. Drew's doing massages?
No.
Yeah. Not that
Dr.
guy.
Phil's is even better.
What? hey,
I'm into Dr. Phil's
that
massage.
Yeah.
Oh my.
He's saving all the Chick-fil-A sauce.
Oh my God.
He's a gangster, huh? That guy, like, he's like an undercover gangster here.
Dr. Phil?
He's got everything like, locked
Really?
up. Like, he's like a proper billionaire, isn't he? Like,
He probably is. Yeah.
Didn't you go to a taping of Dr. Phil?
I did. Like, one of my girlfriends wanted to go.
Yeah.
And so I was like, all right, cool. Like, I set it up and we went. And obviously we ended up like not wanting to be there. They like made us sit in the front row and all this shit. And we were like, we want to leave. And they were like, you can't leave. And we were like, bro.
Yeah, there's no way.
We're good. Like,
at Dr.
Like,
Phil, there's like all these old housewives that are sitting there.
Yeah.
They see these young pretty girls. They're like, fucking sit right here.
They were like,
we're gonna bring you on stage.
Yeah.
Yo, the guest was Amanda Knox.
Oh.
We didn't know. You don't know. Do you know who
Amanda
she
Knox,
is?
no.
She's this girl who like studied abroad in Italy, and while she was there, her roommate got murdered, and then they put her in jail for like years. Like she did it, and she was like a whole thing, and basically no one knows if she did it or not still. But she remained. She's like, I didn't do it. But whatever. It was like she was the guest.
Where was it? Where was it? Where
she was in Italy.
It was in
she
Italy?
was like from here. She's from like Northern California, I think. Went to Italy for her like freshman year. Ended up. Her roommate got murdered. They like made her out to be this like sex crazed American girl and like put her in jail.
Did it turn out that she did it? I feel like it was still a mystery.
Well, she's out of jail. She's here. She's free. I don't think she remains like she didn't do it. I actually was like, once she pulled up, I was like,
why
oh, this is kind of interesting. Because she had a boyfriend, and they basically just like made her out to be the villain. They were like, we choose you.
Yeah.
And then they were like, well, they were having an orgy. Like they made it into this whole like salacious situation.
With her boyfriend, yeah.
Yeah, because they were like, oh, she's dating this Italian guy. And I think like it was two girls living in this house. And I think there was like lingerie. And then she was like, yeah, like we're girls living in a house together.
Yeah.
We weren't like fucking and like killing each other.
Lingerie is just standard. Like you just should have
Or
it.
it was just like a broad panties, like something so regular. Like girls in their early 20s living in a house, like not cleaning up, just like having their shit out.
Craze.
So we ended up leaving and they got mad at us. And now I still get emails from like the production and they're like, whenever you would like to come back to Dr. Phil. And I'm like,
Really?
no one wants to pull up.
Should we
to
just
this
all
level.
go like
Hey, I
20
think you
deep to
should-
Dr. Phil
I think
one
you
day?
should wait for the baby to come out and you guys should sit front row.
Should we be like, will you kiss our baby? Like hold him up like Simba for Dr. Phil to kiss?
Our baby would be so pissed at Dr. Phil. He'd much rather be on the beach in Rio.
Yeah, that's
Watching
where
Luke
we're gonna
kick
be
people in
at.
the
We'll
face.
do beach in Rio.
Beach and real.
That's where
Let's
we
get it
gotta be,
done.
dog.
Karate combat.
Yeah.
Come on,
Get it
karate
done.
combat.
Get
Cut
it
the
done.
fucking, chop the fucking
Yeah.
check.
Yeah.
Chop the check.
Chop the check.
Sign the city contract. Let's go.
Yeah.
I like
That'd
that.
be crazy.
I think
Get
that
it
is a
done.
great way to end the pod today. Fucking champion Luke Rockhold is here. Karate combat. Chop the check.
Chick motherfucking fillet.
I love it. Wonderful episode.
Yeah.
Amazing, my guy. Thank you for coming on. I'm gonna make some for Julius.
So good.
This is good.
So good.
Fire episode. Bro, Joe Rogan, man, 4 hours. I'm like, how do we sit through this shit?
No.
Because he gets you talking about like aliens and shit.